Hey guys, and welcome to the second installment of my Halloween series of reviews leading up to Halloween Ends tomorrow. Look forward to my review as soon as I can get it out after seeing it tomorrow, but before then, this is my review for Halloween Kills. So Halloween Kills takes place directly after Laurie sets fire to her house in her attempt to finally put an end to Michael Myers. Unfortunately, firefighters rush to the scene to put the fire out as quickly as possible, accidentally saving Michael Myers and getting killed in the process. That scene I just described is probably the most anticipated scene for most people going into this movie. I remember a couple years ago, my friends talking about the movie, and everyone was talking about the trailer and the whole firefighter scene, and that was kind of how everyone went into this movie. The marketing of that scene and the anticipation for a scene like this sort of foreshadowed the way this movie would end up being and people's perception of it. With Halloween, it really seems like fans are very divided. You have the group of people that just want to see Michael Myers go and kill a bunch of people in the most gruesome way possible with the most number of kills. And then you have other people that want a little more depth to the movie, that look a little bit deeper into it and want something more from the film. Now, if you're in the first camp, like a lot of my friends were, where you just want to see Michael Myers kill people and just have a good time, you probably were a fan of this movie. The only real complaint that a lot of my friends had was that the pacing was a little bit slow, but they loved the fact that there were just a ton of brutal moments, and if you go into it wanting that, it does really deliver on that. This was a brutal film. It really delivered on that, and if that's what you're looking for, I don't see how you wouldn't leave this movie happy. Unfortunately, I'm not that kind of fan. I like a little bit more from the movie. I like to look a little bit deeper into it, and I couldn't just take it face value and leave satisfied with what we got. And upon watching now, I feel the same way. This movie feels empty. It feels soulless. What made the original great, and even the last one that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but compared to this, it makes it look a lot better. What made those two films great was that it felt like this took place in a real small town. It felt grounded in that way, and it felt like smaller scale, which actually made it a little bit scarier, made the suspense a little bit greater. This film blew the whole concept of Halloween out of proportion. It turned the whole town into a big mob ready to fight Michael Myers, and it was just bizarre, and it took away any potential suspense this film could have had. I don't think I felt an ounce of suspense through pretty much the whole film. And by doing that, I think you take away what makes Halloween movies great in the first place. Those missteps mixed with really slow pacing bog this movie down, and it just doesn't work for me. If I focus and try to turn my brain off, maybe I can enjoy this film, but I don't see myself going back to it because, again, it doesn't really feel like a Halloween film to me. Another thing that made the last movie great as well is the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis's character was heavily involved and actually could have been involved much more, but she was the best part of the movie. The whole storyline with her and her daughter was propelling the movie forward and elevating it, in my opinion. Halloween Kills made the horrible mistake of having Jamie Lee Curtis laid up for the whole movie pretty much in a hospital bed. I don't understand why that decision was made. I really don't. She was, again, the best part of that last film and could have really elevated this film as well. The fact that she really wasn't in it hurt this movie greatly. And if we could have at least followed maybe her storyline or somebody's storyline, maybe it would have helped the film as well. There's just a lack of cohesiveness. There's things going on everywhere. There's townspeople out looking for Michael Myers who think it's a really good idea to face him one-on-one at times. And then you have the whole mob forming in the hospital for some reason, and you have a random patient from the insane asylum that's running around and people think that's Mike Myers. It's just that there's no cohesion. There's no single message, single story that drives the movie forward. If you had Laurie more involved in the film, we'd have someone to focus on again. I don't think her daughter or granddaughter were strong enough to carry the film on their own and to kind of take the helm in that way. We needed her character to be more involved. And in general, it left me feeling like not much really happened. There's not much that happens in this movie. There really isn't. If you really boil it down, it almost didn't even need to happen. I'm not sure what plot points happen in this film that were key for setting up Halloween Ends. That probably could have been one really good movie. So maybe this is middle movie syndrome and Halloween Ends is going to be great, and I am very hopeful for that. I'm excited to see it tomorrow. So I'm holding out hope that, again, they kind of held back a lot of the greatness that they have in store for us for Halloween Ends. I do want to reiterate the fact that Halloween Kills is not a bad movie. And again, if you're a fan that goes into Halloween movies with that mindset that you just want to have a good time, you don't care about all this story and all the other stuff going on, you just want action. You just want to see Michael Myers go at it. Well, you're probably pleased with this film. You probably saw it when it came out and you're happy with it and you don't get all these nitpicks I have. But I know that there's fans out there like me that aren't happy with it and it's just so shallow and not what you wanted. And there's no right or wrong. It's just my opinion, and my biggest hope is when we can go see Halloween Ends tomorrow. It's a movie that can deliver on both fronts. It can deliver on the base level, gruesome, suspenseful scenes, and it can also deliver a little bit more depth and give those type of fans a movie that they can be really satisfied with to finish off this trilogy. Also, side note, if those 1970s clips could have been the entire movie, this would have been epic. Thank you guys for watching. Look forward to my review of Halloween Ends tomorrow. I'll get that out as soon as I can. I'm seeing it in the evening, so I'll put a review together and try to upload it as fast as I can. I've really enjoyed being able to do these Halloween movie reviews up to Halloween Ends, and I hope that you guys like this format. Let me know if you do, and if you want me to continue doing that when a new movie's coming out for a big franchise and I can kind of review all the movies leading up to the new one. Since I don't have a backlog of reviews and I'm trying to get better at movie reviews and different ways of doing it, I'm messing with lighting and a backdrop, and so there's a lot of improvements in place. But if I can start improving those but also getting a backlog going of some reviews of older films or films that are part of big franchises, I think that'd be really cool. But let me know what you think. If you think you enjoy seeing sort of the whole catalog of reviews come up, or if you just care about the new one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See ya.